Hello, senors and senor females. Welcome to the Resting Ooh Face, a fanfiction reading podcast for introverts by introverts. I am your dungeon master, Joey Hood and Tater, and today we will be reading a one shot actually, a fanfiction from the movie Promare. The fanfiction is called Absolute Absurdity of Leo's Lack of Absolute Territory. And it is by Zhao Ping Gyu 69. I don't think I said that right, but that's okay. So, yeah, we're going to do a one shot today just to take a break from what we've been doing. And if you've never listened to this podcast before, it's not so much a audiobook, but rather just me reading a fan fiction for the first time and trying to do the voices of characters and then commenting upon what's happening. And you guys shall be along for the ride. And I guess this would be a good time that if you have written a fan fiction and would like for me to read it, possibly, you can link it if you feel comfortable, or email it to mrhoodandtater@gmail.com. I'll put that in the description. Not on Spotify because I still don't know how to use it. But yeah, I will do my best to read them. I love Promare. I love Leo. And I have a bang. So I'm drinking that. And so let's use this caffeine to do our best. Absolute territory. Well, first I'll read the notes. The definition of absolute territory: the area between shorts/skirts and stockings that expose the part of the female's thighs. Galotimos gets on the case of his boyfriend's missing knee socks. I do not know why I wrote this. Something based on a prompt that I found that just made me ascend and write this. I don't know whose perspective this is in, so let's start it. Today, like any other day, the sun rose above the towering skyscrapers of Pronopolis and filtered through the windows of Galotimos and Leo Fortia's apartment, waking the latter with the slight flutter of the long eyelashes. Morning, Leo yawned, rolling from his side to his back to stretch out his sore limbs, hearing a small pops here and there. Oh, ain't that a mood? Lying on his back, still, turned his attention over to the other side of the bed, which was entirely taken up by a sprawled out Gallo, leaving very little room for the smaller male on his side. Leo felt a smile on his face, rolling himself over on his stomach in his limited space to reach over to caress the serenely snoring face of his boyfriend. Leo knew he was a dork, but he was also really admirable and, honestly, cute sometimes. Yes, even though the great Galotimos, one of the heroes of the world, and was pretty clumsy, and sometimes had an IQ of a box of crayons. Brushing out the blue bangs from his face, he stirred Gallo's slumber, causing him to slowly blink himself half awake. Leo, morning. Gallo's voice sounded sweet in Leo's ears. Good morning, Gallo. Leo placed a light peck on Gallo's cheek, earning a pleasant hum from the firefighter below. What time is it? Leo twisted his body over to check his phone on the nightstand. The screen glowed onto a picture of the two in matching firefighter attire, making peace signs under the canopy of Gallo's fluttering matoi. Almost 10, Leo sighed, flopping back onto the bed, shaking the mattress slightly. It's our day off. Then let's stay here, Gallo suggested, putting his arms around Leo's small waist to pull him closer to his warm muscles. All day? Leo hummed, rubbing his cheek against Gallo's chest, inhaling his comforting smell, as the larger man began to play with his hair. Yeah. You're serious? Yup. I have plans with men's and Guira today. I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name. Bear with me, please. Take a rain check. I'm sure they'll understand. Hey, you're hot. Move to your side. You're cold, though. Feels good. I'm not cold. I have my... Leo? Upon pulling off the blanket, Leo's entire form froze as he looked down at his bare legs. Leo followed at the sight of pale feet squinting at them in a puzzled expression. What's wrong? My stockings. You were wearing stockings? Leo pulled on Gallo's ear following that statement, letting go after Gallo apologized profusely. Yes, I was, but I remember keeping them on when we went to bed. Why is this such a big deal? You know what socks... Do you know what socks they were? Which ones? Leo gestured for Gallo to give him his still burning ear to whisper into. Gallo's eyes went from wide as he pulled away. We have to find them. Exactly, Leo affirmed. But how could they have just gone missing in the middle of the night while I was wearing them? Gallo sat up straighter, legs and arms crossed, eyes closed as he pondered deeply, his foot lightly thumping on the bed below Leo. Didn't we go to the team party yesterday? Yeah. I remember going and getting pretty hammered. You too? I was. You don't remember? Apparently not. I think we were dragged back home by Ina and Remy after the party, but I can't really remember you were wearing those socks all the way up. So I didn't have them on when we came home. Then someone threw them under the bed? The two exchanged a look. Leo stepped down from his side of the bed and peeked below the mattress and the box spring. Nothing. Just his semi-large assortment of black shoes and strap-ons. Don't forget those. Gallo, meanwhile, leaned his head off the edge of the bed, looking around the nightstand before lifting his neck and upper body to lie on his stomach. He repeated the action of hanging his neck over the edge of the bed and peered under the mattress, finding his work boots and sneakers, messily skewed under his side. Nothing again. Puzzled, the two met back at the top of the sheets and began to recall what occurred that night. Yesterday was Lucia's birthday, and Ina came up with the idea a few days before to plan a party. The mostly male members of Burning Rescue weren't too alleviated about the idea, but Ina was quite persistent on making sure her friend's birthday was properly celebrated. After all, who's the one that makes all of our rescue gear and fixes it when some idiot breaks them to the point where they can barely be salvageable? That's right, Lucia, our resident mad scientist. She's done so much for us, and you aren't going to do anything for her on her special day? Leo remembers and admires her tenacity back then. Gallo totally remembers how he almost lost half his... So, pressured by Ina, Burning Rescue went to work on planning a surprise party for Lucia. It ended up being harder than they initially thought, since the small girl could sneak by them, and she nearly found out about it before Ignis called her over to discuss her new mech ideas. Anyways, they'd gone to her party yesterday, and had gotten a bit tipsy. That they were sure about. I'll text the rest of Burning Rescue. Maybe you should check your text to see if you can find anything, Gallus suggested, typing away at his phone. Taking the suggestion, Leo snatched up his phone and opened his messages. The latest text being sent to the Mad Burnish group chat. Of course, there's a group chat for a terrorist group. When terrorist group open up their Google Doc so that they can all work on it together, a chill crept up his spine as he began to read through the long lines of broken text he sent to his generals. I love Gallo so fucking much. Alright? Are you okay, boss? I feel dizzy. Boss, are you alright? Yeah, just drank a bit. Boss was drinking? You're just drunk? Y-O-U''RE. Are you really correcting me right now? Yes, use proper grammar when talking to the boss. Fine. Oh yeah, Gallo loves those socks you got me. Oh, I'm glad he likes it. Men's picked them out for you, you know? Check them out on me. Leo saw the attachment he sent. It was a full-body mirror shot. His hands formed a peace sign as the pair of black knee socks were shown on his lovely legs. He finally had a picture of what they looked like. He was thankful, yet regretful for the picture, and quickly saved it from the chat, cropping the rest of his body out of the picture to focus only on the stockings. He would be sure to apologize in person to Mez and Giria next time he saw them, but at least they got a visual and could ask around. You get anything, Leo? Yeah, I got a visual. He waved his phone in his hand. How about Burning Rescue? They sent me some really funny videos of us. You should come check them out. Gallo leaned over to his smaller boyfriend and pressed play. According to Burning Rescue, they were just crying all over one another, telling each other how much they love each other. I thought you were going to be a goner when you began to turn into dust in front of me. I thought I was done for when that piece of shit Cray tried to burn you. Leo. Gallo, you lovable idiot. I love you, Firebug. I love you more, my firefighting idiot. Leo stuffed that memory that slowly began to surface into the back crevices of his mind. But he did notice something from watching that poorly shot video, that he took his knee socks to dangle them over and to play with while teasing Gallo. So, after the party, I took them off. Leo pieced the events in his mind. Then, they must be down at headquarters. Gallo leaped off the bed and got onto his feet. Then let's go. He reached out for Leo's hand, and after rolling his eyes, Leo gave him his hand. Slipping on some slippers, the two dashed out of their bedroom, into the living room to grab their coats before rushing out of the dorm to the fireman pool that led downstairs to the office and break room, where Lucia was, typing furiously away at her large computer screen, giggling creepily as the blue light reflected thousands of lines of code on her green lens goggles. Lucia, are you busy? Great.
What does he sound like? Gallo. Yeah, Gallo. Mike Wazowski.
Gallo. 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 I thought I had the entire base free today. She sighed, dismayed, as she flickered off her goggles. She sighed, dismayed, as she flickered off her goggles to sit right below her buns. We need your help, he motioned towards Leo, who had his phone out at the picture, and this brought her attention to it. She pointed and yelled, Leo lost these yesterday. Have you seen them? Lucia hummed, squinted, and rubbed her eyes as she studied the image. I remember you wore them yesterday. To everyone's surprise, she began, snickered. The last place I saw them, though, was when you were using them with Gallo. Sorry, she shrugged. Leo sighed for the umpteenth time that morning, turning off his phone and slipping it back into his pocket, as Gallo nearly began to rip out his hair. Where the heck could they be? We looked everywhere. Leo came over and placed a calm hand over his lover's shoulder. Relax, it's all right. We can always get new ones, I guess. But Leo. Really, it's fine, Leo smiled, hoping to put Gallo back at ease. Maybe next time you can come shopping with me, and we can get you some. Upon mentioning the possibility of him getting some nice stockings, Gallo's eyes began to sparkle with hope. Hey, sorry to interrupt your lovely doviness, but have any of you guys seen Vinny? She tilted her head. I know it's our break day, but he usually never misses a blueprint creation. The two heroes exchanged glances with her, and each shrugged. Sorry, I haven't seen him. We'll keep an eye out for him, though. Thanks again for helping us, Leo finished, wrapping his arm around his muscular boyfriend's surprisingly tiny waist, as they began to walk back home to get ready for the day of stocking shopping. No problem, guys. Have fun on your date, she called out, slipping back her goggles as she continued to peek around at her desk to no avail. Arg, she exasperated, banging her head on her console's keyboard, feeling the keys click and clatter against her face. Where in the world could that mouse be? Unbeknownst to the mad scientists of the burning rescue, deep within the confines of Lucia's locker, meanwhile, Vinny snuggled up against a pair of black stockings, drifting away to sleep in warmth. And Gallo finally got new matching stockings with his boyfriend, which the latter quickly posted to social media as soon as they got home. Guerria and Menz were the first ones to like and comment on their love with a slew of heart emojis in their boss's comments section. I guess this is like an extra. Remy pet the scaly head that he laid beside, scrolling through his social media feed. Hey, look, they got matching knee socks. Remy showed his screen to his girlfriend, whose body rumbled in the sound of interest. I wonder what we can get that's matching. He sat there, continuing to pet his lover's scales as he thought. Whilst feeding her a can of chicken, an idea flashed in his mind and he quickly went to type on his phone. What do you think? He began, enthusiastically enlarging an image on the screen with his fingers, almost ignoring the slight eye roll his girlfriend was giving him. Matching glasses? Note, yes, Remy's girlfriend is a crocodile. What the fuck? Well, that was kind of sweet. Anyways, that is all for today, my hello pets. I hope you liked it. If not, please don't tell me because I am sensitive. But if you did, please spread the word and the love to the author. I'll put the links to this in the description below. And thank you for listening. This does count as your one social interaction for today, so good job. You don't have to talk to anybody else. And now we shall end on an ad read. Oh my, this bit is dead. God, I don't have a sponsor. Okay, I lied.